Alright, so neutral started. We got the blue Game & Watch versus, I think, the blue Chrom as well. But both of these players having quite a bit of experience against each other and in the Western Washington Smash scene. So excited to see how this set goes. I do know that I think if you were to have an opinion between Roy and Chrom against Game & Watch, most players would choose Chrom's range over Roy's explosiveness. So a lot of the time I think the range for Chrom, especially in this matchup, is going to work pretty well for them. But at the same time, Jared's just so diligent about safely spacing against any of his opponents. So things could go pretty well for him if he waits around. But that hard call out with the forward smash, taking that first stock so early for JR. And JR just in the position that he always loves to be in, is that big advantage and being able to force his opponent to have to approach. So kind of coming down to Papa Frank having to gauge JR's defensive habits and get some stuff started, kind of calling out the jump out of disadvantage there with the back air. And so Papa Frank's pacing might be able to create enough pressure in JR's defensive states to keep things relatively even. Getting that down air into the wave landing, not going to get anything else out of it. And yeah, Game & Watch up special, gonna be a little bit quicker than up Chrom's, and we're gonna get a back throw and an edge guard here. Yeah, calling out the high recovery and this becoming a 3-to-1 stock game. Alright, so JR trying to continue to hold on to advantage here and run away with this game. The early percent combos just being so strong for Game & Watch. 0 to 41%, now 53. Oh gosh, getting the tech on stage there, gonna grab Chrom and edge guard with the... Okay, jeez, that was terrifying. Chef not connecting and the bomb forward air not connecting either. But gonna be just outside of percent, maybe DIing it correctly to not get hit by the Jer. Yeah, calling out Papa Frank's shielding on landing as well. Gonna hit by Chef once again. And armor through a couple pieces of that and get a full hop back air that kind of changes the pace, because Papa Frank's speed really is not a variable that he usually messes with, but a full hop kind of slowing things down, switched up things enough to catch JR with that back air. Ooh, the key spiking, but not going to be enough to take the stock just yet. But Papa Frank at almost 183% now. Things are looking pretty grim for this first game. But again, this is the best of 5 in round robin pools. I don't know if up throw is going to do it just yet, but I think that did quite a bit more damage. Chef going to interrupt Chrom's recovery once again. Has to up special, and yeah, that's going to be the first game going to JR.
I almost demolished the entire setup.
But a very commanding 2 stocks for game 1 from JR there. It all kind of really started from the momentum from a really hard call out with forward smash, giving JR the stock lead, and then Papa Frank having to fight out of disadvantage to chase Game & Watch around was just a little bit too much for the matchup. So bringing things back to PS2, Papa Frank kind of wants to prove that his neutral is good enough to run away with trying to even up these games, but
It's gonna if JR took the first game, that doesn't bode well for me later. If we end up meeting. But
yeah, I was talking about earlier, like if you're a Roy or a Chrom player, you'd probably prefer to go Chrom in this matchup just because of the sword.
the disjoints.
Yeah,
Being able to contest.
oh my gosh, but a really good tech and then forward smash from Papa Frank there, kind of maybe expecting JR to recover high over the ledge. Yeah. And I think both of these players just playing so well from kind of a defensive state. That first stock matters so much.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because once you get the stock lead, you kind of control the pace of the game. Because your opponent really has to approach you.
Yeah,
You get to play at your own speed, yeah. Oh my god.
JR puts out 3 up smashes, gets the drag down nair,
It's peak Game & Watch gameplay today.
spaces it just unsafely enough to get hit by the get up attack.
Ooh, the berry and the forward smash.
That'll do it. Gives a full charge.
That
for
was
the
a
forward smash.
long charge.
That was more of a statement charge, if you ask me.
Exactly. Like, I got
Yeah.
you.
This is me getting back into the game and evening up the stocks.
Yep. Just as we say that, he ends up off stage again.
Yep.
Frank with this really good, really good ledge trapping.
And pressure.
Yep.
Goes off stage once again, but JR knows that Papa Frank is not afraid to do that. Oh! Really interesting situation there. JR needs to be pretty safe at this point because any lingering hit could take the stock. Yeah, that back air going to take it.
Yep, Frank getting in after that back there.
Yeah.
With punishes.
Okay, gets the drag down there to chair once again. Based on what we've seen so far, things aren't too far out of contention for taking this game for JR as well. If he can get Chrom off stage, the chef did quite a bit of work for him before to finish out the first game.
Ooh.
Oh man, what a weird situation there. Alright, gets the parry, but Chrom just being a bit too fast to punish that. Interrupting once again, gets the back air off stage, but not a strong enough hit to interrupt the armor of that hitbox. The single jabs from both players, and they're barely missing. Getting hit by that up smash. Oh, yeah, up smash can take it there and even up the stocks. Based on the momentum we've seen back and forth here, I'm really excited and surprised to see how well JR's been playing.
Yeah. We got Frank with the fake kill screen.
Oh,
right
goes
there.
for the 9. I respect it.
Yeah. Oh, he's smart.
Yeah, okay. Oh, up air not going to
one.
take it just yet.
2 fake kill screens.
It almost feels like there's a plot armor going on
It's
here. I don't
almost
know.
like JR's destined to win now.
Yeah, exactly. If not this game, the momentum of those kind of interesting scenarios might lead to some momentum a little more as these games go on. But game 2 going to Papa Frank.
That was looking much more decisive for him.
Yeah.
He kind of kept himself in advantage most of the game. And Game & Watch has a pretty good disadvantage, but it's still clear when Game & Watch is in disadvantage. I feel like a lot of that game was JR kind of floating on the top of the stage trying to win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that a big difference was from the first game was that JR got to play obviously from advantage for the majority of it, but 2, JR played in the air a lot more in that second game, like you were saying. A more grounded play from JR might be what we're looking to see, but at the same time, Papa Frank playing super fast and kind of making it hard for JR to guess as to what the approach options are going to be.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that the 9 attempt was actually a 1, and so JR actually ended up taking damage for that attempt.
Oh.
Yeah, and then almost died for it.
I was gonna say he might have only died because of the extra damage from the 1.
Yeah, true, actually. Yeah, but an aggressive approach from both players there.
Yeah. Yeah, the up B really catching Frank every now and then. You can't really just go for Nair on shield.
Oh,
As good as it is in other matchups.
yeah,
Pebble shield here.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Catching the dash attack. Let's see what this gets him. Yeah, Frank really with a good disadvantage using those wave bounce side Bs and even wave landing on platforms that just mixes up where he's gonna be.
Feels like Papa Frank's playing a lot more confident when it comes to spacing around Game & Watch's option too, like almost creating. Oh yeah, gonna call it once again in the air. JR needs to stay on the ground.
What are you doing up here?
But as I was saying, kind of like creating intimidation by spacing more so, right? Like just kind of being around JR all the time, but being within a really safe spacing. But that time, JR doing a really good job to take the stock off stage.
Slow corner play from JR here, taking his time to get out.
Yeah, both players just trying to get a combo starter to get some advantage here.
Exactly. Ooh. The wave bounce side B in the up air.
Yeah.
Frank's combos are just so clean. Yep.
Mm,
Very good bait from Frank there too.
that's really funny and maybe my fault because me and Frank were literally just talking about how Game & Watch has no options off of ledge except for like Nair. And so if you just dash back forward smash it,
Yep.
it's a pretty consistent way to punish them.
Exactly. Forward throw.
But nevertheless, forcing JR to adapt, and I mean at this point has a stock lead, but might not be able to hold on to the stock much longer. Nair's off of ledge, gonna almost get a combo out of it too.
Yep, putting him up there again. Just going for these nairs of bees.
Okay, really good grab there from Papa Frank.
Real good reaction too to turn around.
Yeah, going into that ledge trapping now. Almost gets or tries to get the 2-frame with the forward tilt.
Oh.
Oh!
That was almost an opportunity. Very
Yeah,
close.
JR just doing the most to kind of switch things up and absolutely max distance to land that back air there.
And that back air really evening up the game. It's kind of 1-to-1 stock. I feel like in the last two games, I didn't really see the first game, but it seemed like either one or the other player was a bit more dominant, and this one looks very even.
Yeah, super even. Okay. Papa Frank doing a really good job of being patient on shield.
Ooh, no punish for the overextension there. Up
Yep.
air to back air.
Yeah. And Chrom's falling up air having so much range too. It's so nice to have.
Exactly. And the other thing is most of the time when you hit it, especially in grounded positions, it just gives you stage control because it leads into that back air, which sends your opponent just all the way out.
Yeah. Yeah, the auto cancel off of that up air, you can just do anything afterwards, right? Yeah, that's insane. Okay, the shield pressure from JR though gets the up smash and the forward tilt on shield, so Papa Frank shield's real low, but I mean a lot of the time we don't see Frank shielding much at all.
Yeah, as good as it looks for Frank, Game & Watch has kill options at this percent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, both players here in a very tense situation to see who has the set count advantage. Okay, gonna nair from ledge, get a little bit more advantage. Oh my gosh, extends so much off of that. The up air into the up special. Last hit scenario though to get game 3. Up throw, yeah. Just the instant up throw. Catching JR off. That was game 3. Yeah. This is the last round robin game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to wait for this match.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the entire venue watching this match. Papa Frank icing out JR, claiming that his phone died.
Surprised the man didn't get it.
What are we dropping, boys?
No boys.
Okay. So,
Alright.
game 4.
Going back to
Battlefield.
Interesting.
It has plenty of advantages for both characters, honestly. I see it being kind of even. Just because Chrom's up air sharking on platforms is so good on Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the same goes for Game & Watch with his nair poking through and his up air poking through the platforms.
I think another thing I like to see from like really light characters is taking people to Battlefield because it just increases the longevity of their stocks because of the big blast zone. So you get with a couple more maybe disadvantaged situations or oh my gosh, that's scary. Or just more opportunities to convert, right? And so I think starting out more in JR's favor, but only one combo away from Papa Frank giving things up. Oh my gosh.
Hard punish on those jabs. Managed to get pushed just far away with the shield. Can he tech?
No
tech.
Misses the tech. Kind of hurt his finger there trying to mash the tech.
Yeah.
Maybe just wasn't sure when he was going to run into the stage,
And
unfortunately.
Oh my god. Really hard to get to. Yeah, that was insane.
That's terrifying.
Yep, the up air.
But yeah, like you were saying, multi-hits, you just never know when you're going to have to
Exactly.
tech. It's really hard to react to, but... Okay.
Coming back with that.
Now, is Chrom's dancing blade? Or is it... Because we learned recently that it's double-edged dance or something for Roy.
I don't know what Chrom is.
Gosh, why did they have to name the same move differently for, for
I know
four different characters?
Dancing Blade is Martin Lucina.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I don't know if Chrom's is the same or not.
But this is more reminiscent of what we saw in Game 1, is JR having a good first stock lead and then
Exactly.
forcing Papa Frank to have to chase him around. So
Mhm.
definitely a good position to put this into a game 5 situation.
Yep, and Frank is gonna need to want to take a stock here.
Oh.
Oh, the timing was really good mix up there, but JR holding shield
Yeah.
all the way through. Now has Frank in a bad spot again. Oh,
Yeah, but still just kind of hanging out in the air, and he's continuing to be punished for it.
exactly.
All right, has Frank off stage once again, gets that chef out, ledge trapping, kind of free,
Taking.
low key.
Yep, grabbing a grab. Taking his time with those.
Oh, is this
combos.
gonna take the stock?
Could.
Almost takes it. Okay,
What?
chef's back out though.
173. Will
Frank just absolutely threading the needle to get back to the
Will
ledge
Game
there.
& Watch throws kill yet?
Up throw might,
Yeah, Game & Watch throws can kill really late.
especially because we haven't seen up throw yet, so it's pretty fresh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, patient neutral from both players now. Frank really trying to get an opening here. But...
He's doing it in between the
Yeah.
hits of the side B. Okay, lands the first hit neutral air, gets a good hook in there.
my goodness.
Wow, evening the stocks up, or getting it, stealing advantage now.
Yeah.
Oh, just barely misspacing the grab.
Yeah. That was actually a really incredible play by Frank because he was so far behind it. At least it looked like, and now he just put himself ahead
Yeah.
with one move.
What was that one move?
The down,
The
well,
down
not
air
that
off
one.
stage.
Yeah, the down air. Yeah, I don't know, ledge trapping situation again. It looks like momentum has really just shifted to Frank's favor now.
Yeah. But I mean, one Game & Watch combo could even things up very quickly here,
Ooh.
but getting caught by the forward tilt and being sent off stage is a really bad position. Turns it around though with the classic Game & Watch neutral air off the ledge.
Mhm.
All right, both players just kind of hanging out at like max roll distance
Ooh.
essentially.
JR going for the charged up smash now.
All right, ledge
Yep,
dropping
doing
once
what he
again.
can to try and get a reversal here, trying to pressure the platforms with bomb.
Oh! Oh, but forward air
Forward
not
air
taking
not
it
getting
just
a
yet.
kill.
Game & Watch at 140.
Mm-hmm. Game & Watch definitely still can take this depending on, yep.
Yeah, good
positioning.
patience, sends him off stage.
Ooh.
Okay, terrifying position B in.
Oh, yeah.
Was looking for the high recovery from Chrom, but Frank mixing things up and going for a really risky
Yeah.
counter. Wave bounce, side B, gets it to the back air. 3-1 for Frank over JR there.
Yeah.
But man, a crazy back and forth
It
games
was.
though.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, do you have an iPhone or an